Hello and welcome to this week's full run update. Starting from Long Shoals, coming across the bridge, and hopping on the freeway. And I am getting over this sickness, but at the moment I'm having a hard time talking, so I hope that I make it through this. And I'll do what I can. Anyhow, so when you get on the freeway, the big thing to note is that they are starting to take up some stuff on the right. They haven't taken up all of the old concrete and asphalt, but they are beginning a process. Got a truck driving along there. So as we go over the hill, you can see a little bit down to the right. Need to get my side views out and share those. They work moderately well for shorts, but I have to concentrate so hard on them, it makes me motion sick. So I'm having a hard time doing shorts, but I'll see what I can do. We have this big section out here that is well prepped, and they are paving it, which is always one of the first things that they do. Well, one of the last things that they do before they set up for the concrete. But there they are, running along, putting down about an inch or two. And in the 20 minutes it takes to get back, they uh, up almost to the other end. But then I had a big surprise right here at Glenbridge. They have rebar down along with filter paper. And it's like, wait a minute. They're just getting up here with the concrete paver. And as you can see, it's just finishing. And they've got rebar down and filter paper and all. And they're, what? I'm doing this on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, I drove through and they've extended the filter paper and the rebar almost to the end of that prepped section that was getting paved. So they're going to do a lot more paving. I wonder what that's going to look like and how it's going to connect and all. Coming under the um, airport bridge here, got some prep there. It looks like that'll be the next thing paved when they come back. But still quite a lot to do in this area, so I'm not paving all of it anytime immediately. Lots of finishing up to do right there. But then we go on past rest area and Cane Creek and the big long straight going down to Fletcher. So I switched over. Now they did have some people setting up rebar and forms to pour the connection from the side islands to the rest of the median. So we got that going on right here, and it looks like they paved that one hole that they left right before the Cane Creek Bridge. So another big step towards completion on that. There's the connection at the bridge, and then right up here is the rebar and forms getting placed. Nope, it was before. Never mind. I forgot which end it was on. I'm trying to not look too closely. But quickly hurrying across here. Another spot right there that's going to get, well, just past it. The other connection, other sign. And coming around here, they have one strip of concrete down, and they need to pave the other two before we can get shifted over. And I think they're headed towards doing that. They may put down the shoulder with asphalt and use the one lane and the shoulder to shift those people over, and then build up the other lanes and the concrete so that we can be completed through there. And we have a bridge going on. That is the crawler, the small crawler that has been used down at the way station. But they've got got excavators up there now, so didn't need the little crane. Not a lot to see on this side. So we're going to get around to the way station. And as we come up to the way station, there are all these poles that have probably been straightened perfectly and correctly. And I wonder if they're going to rebuild the left side. We're facing south, so that would be east. Or is that west? I don't remember. I don't want to think. The other way station, because they've rebuilt the one on the right here, but they haven't done the one on the left. And they've still got those castles sitting there. Can't really see them because I went by too late. But looking out the side, there's still several rebar castles to place. So there's a lot of signs that aren't ready to be placed. And the drill is still putting off clouds of dust. I do hope they're wearing respirators. You can see up there on the top left, there's a 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞 excavator lifting a silence wall piece into place, and it's pretty much completely placed on by the time we get back. I'd like to see how they're going to place the rest of them, because there's a lot of pieces to pick up. Got a big old chunk of bedrock there that they're cutting back. Obviously not quite wide enough for the shoulder yet. And up over the hill we go. There are still some piles of rock in the rock place that they were grinding things at. Don't know when that's going to completely go away. And they've got all this work in the middle to do, but they've got to finish up the bridge first. And I wasn't watching carefully because I was looking at the crane. Just about ran into that person. Sorry. You can definitely see the tilt of the bridge by how much the crane is tilted above it. Didn't get a lot of look right there, but gonna get a good look on the way back. And around the clover leaves we go. And back we go. Thankfully it was fairly clear again, so I punched it and got out. As you can see, they're still working on this, but it is progressing. It just takes time to get everything leveled out and ready. But, they're tearing out the stuff up here and all that goes on to get it fully finished. Ready to be done all over again. Wanted to pass all these trucks so I didn't have to worry about having a wall to look at instead of able to have a nice clear view. Still got the black rock there. Wonder when it's going to go away. And they got the median triangles set up a little bit, but they haven't finished all of the shoulder. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. You can see up, where was it? We were going around a corner. You could see several of the drainage things that they haven't built up the shoulder to drain into. I don't think it's this section, but it's around a corner up here. Look at all that cloud of dust. My heavens. Please be wearing respirators. And the guy chipping away at that little bit of rock there. And there's the piece that's been placed. They still got to come down and bring those other pieces up, so that's a bit of doing. I'd like to see how they're doing that, because without a long reach crane, surely they're, I don't know, crawling down the hill a little bit to get those. Those have got to weigh a couple of tons apiece. And you can see the castles over there on the left. You got a good shot of all of them. You can see them. Oh, lots of work to go on still. I find it interesting that they haven't finished the median everywhere. And I wonder if we're going to be shifted over in a couple of places or shifted back. Who knows? Don't really need to shift it until everything's done. Coming up on Fletcher, after we go into the Naples Bridge and see the new railroad bridge, it's coming along very well. We were slowing down because people up ahead were going down to 35-40, I guess, to get off the exit. It's got a really long train of vehicles here. Gives us a moment to look at the bridge better, but it was still a bit surprising to be that slow. They have the expansion pieces literally on the bridge, getting worked on, ready to be placed. So take a good look at what's on the sawhorses here, getting worked on. Other end. Right there. And that looks like something to make the expansion joints. Traffic shift ahead. Somebody that I work with had somebody go around this traffic shift up here, spin out, and cause him to run into him. He was the third car in the line of hitting. It was sad. I really do think they're going to put the shoulder down and then shift everybody over as they get the bridge done. But I don't think they're going to do that until after the bridge is done. And we all slowed down. Got the sign island here. I know there's one on this end. Then we go across the bridge, and the other one. Or am I combining the two? I don't remember. Could be right after this. They've got one form placed on this side, and it's still open on the other side. They got to close both ends. There it is. No, that's the bridge. It's up here. Anyhow, they're going to be poured probably by this time next week. That's it. Then they'll put together the other one closer to the bridge down towards Fletcher. What is that road? It's the one that comes out at A1 small auto or small engine. I don't remember. It starts with an H, I think. Coming up here on the airport exit. Kind of hard to see the big changes, but things are happening, progressing, and getting done. And we can see that the concrete paver has gone a little further than I expected. I was expecting them to stop just a little bit up the hill, but they are pretty much all the way to the bridge. And it looks like they'll be paving on the other side of the bridge because they never put the rebar down more than a week or two ahead of paving. So I'm going to be very interested to see how far they go with this paving, because like you can see they've got the asphalt down, and I saw today that they had the filter paper and rebar down most of the way up there. So this is going to be quite an experience to see what they do here. Why don't they dump straight out of the truck anymore? What's the deal with that handler when they aren't doing shoulder work? I don't know. Keep it hot. Come over the hill. And as we go past Long Shoals, look at all the stacks of rebar on the bridge. I wonder how much they are filling in down the side there, building it up to be a fully long-term road. We got the bridge beams on the auxiliary access road. And the people were putting in the bolts and other prep work to do the paving plates. And they had the freeway closed this morning, so I'm thinking they were doing something across there, but that looks the same as it did today. Who knows? The next time they place a segment on the end, they're going to have to close the freeway because it's going to be over the traffic lanes. And they are definitely working on the right, as as I've said before. Quick glimpse into the pit. And a bit of a slowdown. Coming out here, going to French Broad. They have not poured the connection end pieces yet. But we're setting up for all of the next things that are going to be happening. And they're doing some work on the shoulders up here. I just can't tell what all of it's for. It looks like today they had a little small tractor, bobcat size thing, that was just hamping the asphalt down. It's not here today on this video, but it was the next day when I was driving before I recorded this. So maybe the shoulder isn't quite perfect or something. But that's a full run. So we've got a lot of good progress that has happened. And it's well on track to be finished for the end of this year. Thank you for your time, and please share this around and like it and comment and all that. See you next time.